welcome to GlyGames. It's me, Gly. So, as you can see in my previous videos, I can hit the Orc Lady as much as 60% crit damage without any food and converter. So, because there are lots of inquiries that ask me how do I get that crit damage, I decided to create a videos for it so that I can help more people about this. So if you wish to farm on Orc Lady, I wish I can help you with this one. So I'll discuss the following topics like equipment, skills, stats, runes, and guild buff. So I hope it will help you. So let's get started. Let's get started with my equipments. So in my weapon, as you can see guys, I have this +6 Malang Snow Crab with Tier 4. This Malang gave me +5 luck, +15% crit damage, and when my total luck reaches 90, it will give also additional crit damage +10%. And also, when refining the crab bow to +5, +10, +15, it will give extra crit damage +5%, 5%, 15% respectively. Since I have already +6, it will fall down to +5, which will give +5 more extra crit damage. Next, when you equip it with the sniping suit, it will give additional AG of +5 and crit damage of +10%. Now, let's move forward with my enchant attribute. As you can see guys, I have this +35 attack. As you can see guys, I still don't have the 4th enchant. I'm not that lucky one with my aura. And then, moving forward, let's go with my equipment upgrade. So, as much as possible guys, make your Malang Crabo as Tier 4, since when auto attack causes crit, there's a chance to trigger accurate aiming. Accurate aiming which also gave additional 10% on your range damage. So, as you can see, there are lots more additional when you put it in Tier 4. And also, since I'm farming in the Orc Lady or leveling in the Orc Lady, I'll use the Melbot card. This card gave me additional 20% damage to Earth Monster, since Earth Lady is an Earth Monster and Demi-Human. So, I've already compared it with the Archer Skeleton, which I think gave additional 10% range damage, since it is still better to use an elemental card when you want to farm or to level up to a certain area. So, next, let's go to my headwear. As you can see guys, I have this permanent horn which on gacha, and luckily I have that one. So, since this one, it gave us +2 in all the attribute, +5 in critical, and the better gave is the +8 crit damage. As you can see guys, it is very good for the ADL sniper since it gave 8% crit damage. Next, on my enchant, there's still no good like, but the flea is +28. So it's so good that monster cannot easily hit you since I got the 28. But as much as possible, if you can enchant this horn, as I'll do and move for attack. Next, I have this crab card since it will give us +3 in our attack on our luck and +5 for our flea. Next, let's go with our mid headwear. I'll use this Haki Mask since this Orc Lady is a demi-human type monster also, which the hacking mask gave additional 10% damage to demi-human, and also a negative 10% reduction on demi-human race. On my enchant, also I don't still have this good enchant on my hacking mask. So as much as possible, guys, build this one since you can unlock the reward of +3 on attack. Next, let's go moving forward with our lower part. So this one is the spike scarf. So you can see, guys, it gave more additional 5% damage to demi-human race, and damage reduction of demi-human race plus 5% also. Actually, if you have the assassin T2 job, you can get this one, but if you have to snap it, guys. It's so hard actually to snap this one, but luckily we got. Next, let's go move forward with our back. So as you can see, guys, I still use the quiver since I haven't still finished the Devil Wing quest, but this quiver is one good since it still gave me a ranged attack damage of +7%. I recommend also that you quest the Sakura one, which there are lots of videos showing that it is more and gave us damage than this quiver. But if you're starting just and don't have that lots of Seni, you can just use the quiver. Next, I have on my tail is the Frost Wishes, which gave me +5 on luck and additional 21% also in my attack. I don't have a chance. Next, let's move forward on the left area of my equipments. If you're an ADL, it is very recommended that you will have this Nile bracelet as your OPAN, since it will give plus additional 15% range damage on your. It will give additional range damage, guys, which is 15%. So next, on our armor, I use this sniping suit since I have the malang. I pair it with my sniping suit since, as you can see, if you pair it again with the malang, it gave additional 10%, and then this sniping suit is good also, which will give us +6 more percent on the attack speed, and then +25 on our flee. And guys, if you reaches your total luck up to 120, it will give us additional +5%. Next, on my attribute, since you can see it's broken, since I tried to make this I tried to make this sniping suit up to +6, but unluckily my item got broken. So I have the +5 on dex, +5 on hit, and my arch range is +2.5, which I cannot use because the refined is not yet +6 and it's broken, sadly. I still don't have this tire since it will cost me up to, see guys, it cost me lots of lifetime blister. Next, on my garment, next on my garment, guys, I still use this +6 light saint cape since I still do leveling that will give me +10% on the job experience, and also it will give me +3 on dex, luck, and chi, which is gave me additional damage to Orc Lady. I tried to compare it with my undershirt, but still my undershirt doesn't have this good attribute than my light saint, which my light saint gave us +34 attack. So it's great. It's have better enchants. It has a better enchanted yet than my undershirt. So next, have this advanced steady shoes, which gave me additional 9%. It says if I still use the, if you don't have this advanced steady shoes, you can still use the steady shoes, because these advanced steady shoes cost around 4.7 M, guys. So next, let's go with my accessories. As you can see, guys, I have these broken gloves, but I managed to make it as much as possible as tier 3. Since as on tier 3, it will give additional 3% on dex, and the attack on tier 1 and 2, additional of 22. Oh my gosh, guys. While I'm filming, I got this orc lady, luckily. And it's times 2. You see? Oh. So shocked. How much is this one? Oh, 659. Nice. Next, okay, moving forward, let's go to my last accessories, which is the Saint Ring. So you can see, if you have this one, it will give you additional on +5 on luck, plus and agi. It will give also plus additional 112 on our attack. So if you don't have that pair battle, it is good to have also a Saint Ring, which it gave more attack. And also, I have this enchanted attribute of plus 34 in attack. So guys, as I check, if you have greater attack, it will give also a better damage. So as much as possible, make your enchant more on attack. Next, let's go move forward with my skills. I've already got the job breakthrough, guys. So if you got the breakthrough, as much as possible, make first the Butcher's Eye. Since attacking range permanently extend by 50% if you make it as on level 20. And also, the hit rate increased by 20, auto attacks, and double straight damage brings distance bonus up to 60%. So it means that the farther the monster you hit, it will give more damage to them. So next, let's go with the elemental arrow. Since the orc lady, when farming in orc lady, I used the fire arrow. This elemental arrow will also give additional 30%, increased by 30, attack increased by 30, and auto attack increased by 200. So imagine, and also it attacks, brings more attack dexterity times 5. Imagine the game of this elemental arrow, guys. So next, you can see, I flash on the screen the things that you must do in order when you're not yet job breakthrough. So next, when you reach the 2020 of the elemental and the Vulture's Eyes, I recommend that you use the Trump Tamer, since it will give more additional 16% if you 11, and give more attack and crit damage. Next, so let's now go with my stats. As I've said, guys, if you equip with the sniping suit, which I recommend that your total luck must suit with that, which is 120. So I tried my luck as much as possible as 120 only, and gave the other attributes, the other stats to my dex and agi. If I choose between just how much, if I got faster or how that attack will grow. So since I'm happy with the 85 speed, with my agi as 85, I'll do now the next dex. So all their next stat will go to dex. Since if you have the greater dex, it will give more damage, and your critical will also increase if you have the greater damage on dex. I mean, if you have dex higher than your luck. Next, now let's go and move forward with my runes. So guys, so since you can see my runes, I only have 90 gold medal, guys. But I recommend when you're farming with the Orc Lady, please do try first all the fire attack damage, since it will give more additional within your crit attack. So I'll recommend first this fire damage, which gave plus 5%. Next, with this fire imprison, since receive 5%, it will give an arrow. If your arrow is fire attribute, it will give and release a 10% chance to trigger a 50% crit more damage. So next, once you make these 2 fire attribute, let's go now to fill your dex. Since if you finish to have this dex, it will give more damage. Then once you've done that with that, it's up to you now, guys, if you want to have this elemental arrow first or this blitz beat, guys. See, I still need more golden to finish the other one. So I think that's the only thing note for the runes when you're farming with the Orc Lady. So next, let's go back with our final one, which is the guild. As much as possible, guys, let's do pray. You see, I have this additional 200 with my attack. I forgot also with my runes, I have this crit damage. If you wish it finish with the critical, I mean the dex, try to make sure to have at least one of these crit damage of 2%. It really costs as much as 18% in runes. So let's go back again with the guild. So besides, please pray, since it will give more additional on attack. So that's all, guys. I hope it helps you a lot with my equipments, with my skills and stats. So happy farming, guys. Enjoy. Oh, please don't forget to like and share this one also if this helped you. So bye.